Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Here for you, Judith,
And Tatjana.
back with our recap for the 2024 ISU European Figure Skating Championships in Kaunas, Lithuania.
And it was an event. It was an event.
It was an event.
A real event.
There are some things really we should say about this because if you haven't seen it, you wouldn't believe it.
Yes, especially last night, the ice dance event, it was like a rock concert. I said I never experienced anything like this at a figure skating event. Like people were going crazy for their team. The arena was packed. It was sold out.
11,000 spectators.
Yes, I mean we have sold out events also in Asia often, but here it was like next level. Also the skaters, they said it, they have never had something like this. They were cheering, they were shouting, they were all in, and actually everyone we talked to really loved it.
Yes, everybody was so happy and excited because it was the atmosphere was special. It was different. It was, as you said, it was like a big event. There was at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to get used to because the presentation and then the in between entertainment seemed a little bit over the top, but then they went down a little bit. It wasn't that loud and that aggressive anymore because we still have a different audience at figure skating. But then together to have it like to present it like this was a success, and I never would have thought that in a country like Lithuania that's not big in figure skating, a small Baltic country, many people never have been here before, that they would make an event like this. So that was congratulations to
Lithuania. Definitely. Of course, the big highlight for them was the ice dance, but also in the other category, especially in the pairs, there were also quite a lot of people there, and the interest was quite high also in the other disciplines.
Yeah. So, and the pairs were the ones that started.
And also the ones with the most surprising result, I would say.
Yeah, there was really ups and downs, and hardly anyone was in the same place after short and free program.
Yeah. So we have European champions, and this is really a surprise. Lucrezia Bicardi and Matteo Garise. Matteo Garise, three-time Olympian with former partner Nicole Dina Monica. Now for 1.5 years, he teamed up with young Lucrezia Bicardi. She's now 19 years old, and they won. I mean, we knew they were good. They had good results at the Grand Prix already, but didn't make the final. But they were the mentally strongest, and they had two clean performances, and they won very deserved.
Yes, absolutely. And that was also really a highlight with Matteo in his 10th European Championship. And he came from roller skating, so it's a real story. And we have some interviews with them, so you can follow up.
Very interesting team.
Yeah. And then the silver medal, they came here as top medal contenders from Georgia, Anastasia Metelkina and Luka Berolava. They won the junior final. Very consistent skaters and very ambitious young team.
Yes, very ambitious young team. They were first after the short. They were clearly the best, and they came here to win, but then the nerves kind of let them down. But they made really good last-minute arrangements to keep themselves on the podium, because Anastasia fell on the first single side-by-side jump that should have been the combination, and they were smart enough to change the program. Like Luca saw her fall, didn't do the combination, and they added the combination at the other single element, that single jump. That was impressive.
Yeah, so smart thinking and planning to be prepared if this happens.
Yes.
Mostly, it's very rare you see something like this.
Exactly.
And then the bronze medal for Rebecca Gillard and Filippo Ambrosini from Italy. They were silver medalists last year. And they struggled a bit in the short program and were only fifth. Oh no, actually they didn't struggle. They didn't, but they made it easier.
Exactly.
The double axel.
They don't have the most difficult content, but Rebecca landed her triple salto for the first time this season.
More or less in the
free. And they were big crowd favorites also here. The crowd was really then, and there were even some booings after the lower score after the short. They were also the only team that were able to take another medal after last year.
Mm-hmm. Right. And but they do have really great pair skating elements and pair program, and the programs are good too. So that was also deserved. The Hungarians, Maria Pavlova, Alexei Sverchenko, and kind of all the eternal bridesmaids, I should say.
They were very sad, actually.
Yeah, because they skated very well. They were clean. They had difficult elements.
Yeah.
But it's lacking a little bit in the presentation part, and that also plays a role. And that's why so far they were not able to get on the podium in the major events. They won 2 medals in the Grand Prix. So
yeah, they won. They were so disappointed. They expected a lot higher score. And I could understand it, because they say they try everything.
Yes.
They really, really try to work on their presentation, and still, after all, they don't get the scores they want.
Maybe it just needs some more time to get that recognition. And then, of course, Minerva Hase, Nikita Volodin, they were heralded as the top favorites coming in here after winning the Grand Prix and Grand Prix final. But unfortunately, nerves kicked in, and they were not at their best. The 2 big mistakes in the free skating were enough to drop them to 5th.
Yeah, the big problem was the lift.
That cost a lot.
They had to. She went down on one of the lifts. They had a 0 on the lift, and that kicked them off the podium. Unfortunately,
huge points for the lift. So
and
then, as Minerva told me in an interview that she so she said that we know that there will be competitions where it doesn't go as well and where we won't be on the podium. So that was this one. So
learning experience.
Yes, and they are still a brand new team. Also, Sara Conti, Nicola Macci.
The last year's champions. They came here now out as the last Italian team. They were fighting. They had 2 mistakes in the short. In the long, they were running behind the music all the time. They actually had more or less clean long, just some small mistakes, but they said they were somehow mismatching the music. They were always a few seconds behind. Then they had to stop the pair spin earlier, and this made them they dropped levels in the spin, and they were also so disappointed. They said afterwards they just want to go home, they just want to sleep, they just want to leave. But they're such a strong team, and this team also really learned the hard way this season that they had so much success last season, and this year they noticed that it not always goes so smoothly.
Yeah, so let's hope everybody will come back strong. Also, Annika Hocke, Robert Kunkel were bronze medalists last year, but now he had a back injury. They were out for some time, so they're on the comeback trail and came 7th this year.
We go over to the men. And we had the expected winner, also by a huge margin, the Frenchman Adam Cizeron, the madman in the free skate. Because I think probably everyone knows already, he did the backflip.
He did the illegal element, and he just told himself, because he knew he could afford to lose the 2 points. So when in his career, he was like, oh, let's go for it. He thought,
let's go. Like in the moment when I saw it, I was like, are you sure? Because his free skate was not that clean.
Exactly.
And Lukas Bridgky was still to skate after him and used to have like super strong practices. In that moment, I was like, oh, Adam.
Yes, I thought the same. I hope you did not miscalculate here.
Something, but he was right in the end.
Yeah.
And even if Lukas would have had a clean skate, it would have been very difficult. I don't think he would have. His score was high enough, so Adam calculated it right. He was unbeatable, and he won his 2nd title in a row. like it was not his best outing, like not as strong as on the Grand Prix, but it's definitely solid and impossible to beat him.
Yeah, then we have a very big surprise. Probably one of the biggest surprises was a silver medal for Alexander Selevko of Estonia.
Yeah.
It was a historical medal too, because Estonia never had a European figure skating medal.
Yeah, and that was his first Europeans after like 4 years. He didn't even know really himself, but the last 2 years he wasn't even on the Estonian team, because they have a strong Estonian team with his brother Michael Selevko and also Alet Levandi, and he did struggle a little bit during the last seasons, but this season he was very strong. I remember seeing him in Finlandia Trophy this year.
Yes, he won the bronze there.
Exactly, and I already remember thinking in practice, well, like he's in good shape. He's really solid on his jumps, and he proved it here. He broke the 90 in the short, and then he didn't lose his nerves in the free. And
I was worried for him that he would be after sitting in third, but he said I didn't really have any big expectations going into the free, so
that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
That maybe even there he didn't really believe it, so he just could skate freely, and it was rewarded with the silver, and it was very, very happy moment for him.
Definitely. Also Matteo Rizzo from Italy, who struggles with an injury, has a bad hip injury. He needs surgery. He was not able to do Italian nationals, but he decided to put off the surgery to compete here, because he figured he would have a chance to be on the podium, and
he did. I was thinking he did another Skate Canada, because at Skate Canada he also came in injured. In the practices, nothing worked. He had a horrible short. The short here was a little better. After all, he popped the toe, so he was only in 6th place after the short, but only even there he said already, I believe I can still podium. And he did. It's also like he really knows he can do it with a strong free, and you can be really happy for him, because we don't know. To be honest, we don't know if we will see him again or like in this shape, because he has really huge injury and he will be off the ice for at least 6 months. So we hope to see him back, but that was great for him to achieve this medal.
Gabriele Frangipani, also from Italy, came so close to win a medal, and he was in fourth. And you know what cost him the medal in the end? It was he repeated one triple jump too many.
Yeah, because he popped his initial planned quad toe into a triple, and he didn't do the math. He did not as the Georgians, what you mentioned earlier. Maybe it cost him a medal. I mean, he would have had to add a double axel or something like that, but the margin was about 4 points.
Yeah.
So and he said after that, I'm so stupid. He will. Overall, he was pleased, because he said he was so nervous going into this competition, because he knew he had the chance to medal, and he, after all, managed his nerves rather well.
Yeah, so it's good for him, good starting point, and he will go also to Worlds, as Matteo is unable to compete. Lukas Britschke, as we already mentioned, unfortunately, he looked great. He had a great short. He was in 2nd place, and we thought he was going for the silver for sure, but then unfortunately he missed his quads, and he just was not himself.
He said also afterwards, probably it had to happen at some point. He had so many great outings in a row. Of course, it's unfortunate that it had to happen at the Europeans. He also said it was difficult for him to skate last. We have the draw now again, so it's not that the leader skates last all the time. He had to skate last. It was difficult for him, and it was disappointing, but he is such a strong character, also strong mentally, and I'm sure he will be already back much stronger at Worlds.
He will recover from that. Denis Vasiliev
was at his home event, kind of, because he grew up not far from here. He has many childhood memories. he also wanted to win a medal initially. I'm personally very relieved that he didn't take it so badly, that he didn't end up on the podium. The quad is the big objective for him, and he actually landed one. They gave it to him under rotated, but his initial plan was to jump the quad in the free, and if he lands it in combination, to go for the second. He fell on the first quad, and then out of ambition was like, okay, I want to try another one, and he landed the other one but forgot the combination.
Yeah, so he lost a lot of points
there, which was not the smartest in that moment as well, but it didn't cost him the medal. So that was
at least,
it didn't cost him a medal. And he was very emotional that a lot of, like he said, his very earliest childhood coach was here, and he enjoyed performing in front of kind of his home audience, and it made him emotional and very thankful. So the 6th place finish was okay for him. So go to the
ladies. Yeah, and this time, I mean, already last year, Luna Hendricks was a top favorite, and then she faltered, but this time it was a totally different story.
Yes, she was very convincing. It was like, from the confident start to finish victory for Luna. She had some little under rotations, but that was it. It was, she's just, her elements are just another level of the other European ladies.
Elements, and also her presentation is strong, and she looked like she belonged there, and it was really, and what was important, what he said was the difference that he enjoyed it more.
Yes.
So the joy of competing, of skating, so she found that again this season. It was a little lacking last season, she said, or in the between. She had a tough time in the summer, but now it's there again, and it helps her so much.
Yeah, and I'm very, very happy for her, because it was so meaningful, and she finally reached that goal.
It's the first Belgian European title for a single skater, and the first one in 77 years, because in 1947 there was a Belgian pairs team who won a gold medal at Europeans.
Yeah, like very remarkable for this small country of Belgium. Because they also have the bronze medalist.
Yes.
I'm switching the order now a little bit. Nina Pinzerona won the bronze, the second Belgium lady who also made the Grand Prix final. 17-year-old, very consistent. I think the Grand Prix final, actually, the experience that she made it there, gave her a lot of confidence to believe in herself, and she delivered 2 clean programs. She got some Qs in the free, which cost her the silver.
Quite a few Qs.
But very, very strong from Belgium.
Yeah, still, and she was still very happy with her medal. Silver medal this time. Last year, gold medalist Anastasia Gubanova of Georgia, and I also want to say that she has really taken a step forward compared to the earlier competitions this season. She skated with more power, with more determination, and also only very few under rotations. So good for her.
And she was so happy about her medal. She said she went in this event not even with the expectation of a medal, because of her previous results. And maybe that's really sometimes the key, that if you don't really think about the medal too much, and then you're more successful than you think.
Skaters are saying this very often, and it seems to be very true. Also,
very big surprise.
Yes, fourth place. Livia Kaiser from Switzerland, or another Swiss skater. Switzerland now, they really have a lot of good skaters. Watch out for them. So, and very solid performances, very clean, very nice. So, and big step up for her, because last year she was like 18th or so at Europeans in the first one. So,
and she was surprisingly the better Swiss woman here. She beat Kimi Riponch, who took the bronze here last year. She also came in a strong 7th place, also considering she was injured at the beginning of this season. But I think also it was quite a surprise for Kimi not to be the first Swiss, but Livia, also she came here, the expectations were on her teammates. She came here as a second Swiss lady, and she
kind of the dark horse. Not so many people paid attention to her before.
Exactly. Also because in the past she often had one strong performance. I remember last year at Europeans, I think she was even in the last group. She had a super strong short.
And then
she
free went
down.
went really wrong, everything. But now she has learned to cope with this pressure,
Exactly.
which is good. Laurine from France, a very strong result for French lady. I don't remember when the last time there was I think May Berenice Mété made the top 10 maybe
she
once.
made it, yeah.
But it's a few years ago, so great 5th place for Laurine. She's a consistent skater.
Yes, now France also has 2 spots for next year, which is important because Lea Serna is also there, who had some strong competitions at the beginning of the season and was so far nominated as France's entry for Worlds. We will see if it stays like this after Laurine's strong performance here, but it was important for France to get the 2nd spot.
Also, I would like to mention Zarina Jos. Also, actually, she is from Switzerland.
Yes.
Now, since this season, she represents Italy.
Yes.
And also very strong debut, clean performances.
Yeah.
And excellent. What was it?
6th place.
Yeah, 6th place. Yeah.
Yeah, she's training mates with Liva Kaiser. Actually, they train with Linda van Teuyen and now also sometimes Lorenzo Magri in Zurich. Actually, a very strong team. Also, this team has a lot of strong Swiss junior skaters.
Yes.
So watch out for them.
Now the ice dance, as we said, the highlight here for the Lithuania, for the Lithuanian crowd. But it was, Charlene Guigna and Marco Fabri defended their title, and it wasn't even that close as many would have expected before. And they put out 2 very strong performances, and I love this free dance especially because it's so much flow, and it's just going on. Yeah, it never stops. It never stops, and then it's over so fast.
A fangirl.
The theory of everything.
Exactly, and they won very deserved. They said they are proud of themselves because they handled the competition so well. Especially maybe regarding that they were beaten before by Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson at NHK Trophy, but they handled their nerves, they handled also the big crowd, they handled it very well, and deserved.
Yeah, they said actually also compared to last year when they won for the first time, that this time they were more able to enjoy it. Last year they felt the pressure more and the pressure to win, and they really wanted to achieve this goal. Now they already had the European title once, so they know what is going to take away that from them, so they were able to enjoy it more. Lila and Louis
got 2nd.
Yes, they also skated very well. There were a little wobble
in the free.
Yes, that.
They were also not that happy with that free skate. They also kind of admitted that they came here to win for the gold.
I mean,
for the gold.
Of course.
But overall, I think they can be happy with the silver. They also had to skate right after the Lithuanians, after the crowd had gone wild. But they said all the time, as their training mates with Alison and Saulius, that they're so happy for them. They knew how hard they worked for this moment, and they were very good teammates.
Yes, and Alison and Saulius obviously over the moon, winning this medal. They have worked. They came close last year already, and they for their long journey with many ups and downs, and coming here and be able to win that medal, the first medal for Lithuania in figure skating since 2006, when Margarita Dolberska and Povilas Vanagas won the medal, and doing this in front of a home crowd was like the cherry on top.
Yes, and I always thought, like, how much pressure must that be? Like, they know the whole 11,000 people are there expecting them to take this medal. Like, I mean, they were well prepared, but I was like, okay, what if something happens, if they stumble, if they fall or something? But they handled it super well, and very, very happy for this team.
Yeah, the French, Yevgenia Laporova, Geoffrey Brissot improved their result, and now they are in 4th place. Very good, nice performances.
And very close, very improved also the 2nd French team, Lucia Demagois, Théo Lemercier. They improved a lot. They had 2 personal best skates. Yeah, we're also over the moon happy. The French teams are also getting closer together. There's a very strong field in French ice stands, and there's also the rumor that maybe Gabriella and Guillaume maybe come back.
Yeah, I know. Well, I when they are in the gala at the European Championships as special guests, and I asked when I saw them, I asked, what is this? And they said, oh, it's just rumors. So
it's just rumors. It's just rumors, but it's rumors, and they didn't deny anything. A little bit disappointing finish for Julia Tilkela and Matthias Väsius of Finland, who were the bronze medalists last year in front of their home crowd. This time the home crowd advantage was with the other team. And yeah, they were a bit disappointed about their scores. They got an illegal element.
No, it was an extra element.
Extra element.
There's one of those. We have illegal extra, we have extra element.
Yeah, that's true.
It was an extra element, and it was a small lift in the choreo sequence, choreo step, which they said they did all the season and never were penalized for it. So
yes.
It's a little strange. I don't know. It's a little sad when something like this happens.
Exactly. Yeah. And as the teams were very close together, that like cost them one place. Yeah. But not the result probably they expected. But they said overall they were pleased with how they performed. A little bit disappointed were the Taschlers because they had a mistake at the end of their free dance at the spin. Nevertheless, it's very good that they're back because Philip had a very serious injury in the fall, and where he healed from actually very fast. And,
yes.
So they can be happy to be back that soon, and they actually were, especially after the rhythm dance.
Yeah. So that's good. Now
that was it.
That was it. Yeah. Oh, I could go on. I mean, yeah, that was it. It was a very interesting European Championships.
Yes. Very nice week.
Very nice week, and we continue very soon with the ISU 4 Continents Championships.
Yeah, from Shanghai we go back to China.
Yes, but until then, so maybe you will go and rewatch some of the performances, some of the highlights of the championship, and get ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.